Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel where today we're doing the final mock draft of the year. Tonight is draft night, and although the Packers do not have a first round pick, we're still going to have some fun here and do a full 7-round Green Bay Packers mock draft here. So without further ado, let's go on and get started and get on to pick 52. Start the draft. Alright, so we take a look at the first 10 picks of the draft. If I can scroll up. So we got Fernando Mendoza, Arvell Reese to the Jets, Jeremiah Love to the Cardinals, Ruben Bain to the Titans, Sonny Styles to the Giants, David Bailey to the Browns, Carnell Tate to the Commanders, Malgoa to the Saints, Delane to the Chiefs, and Caleb Downs to the Giants. Take a look at the 10 picks before us. So at pick 42, Chris Johnson went, which I love. Lee Hunter has been flying up draft boards, goes to the Dolphins. Chris Bell to the Jets. Keith Abney to the Ravens. Gabe Jacost to the Buccaneers. D'Angelo Ponce to the Colts. Jeremy Bernard to the Falcons. Chase Patontis to the Vikings. Ty Simpson to the Lions. And R. Mason Thomas to the Panthers here. So here we are at pick number 52. There's no one that's wanting to trade down with us here. So there's a couple of guys that I like. There's a lot of news about Chris Brazil, the second potential being option for the Packers at receiver. Had 1,000 yards last year, good receiving grade, good, decent against man, low drop rate, 6'5", 200 pounds. Boomer bust limited guy. I don't really see the Packers going for him. He's got a lot of character concerns as well. I mean, the Packers passed on George Pickens, who had similar concerns to have that happen as well. So I'm not a big fan of him, but I think who we're going to go with here, because we do need help at edge, is Malachi Lawrence here out of UCF. A 90 pass rush grade last year, 19% pass rush win rate, had 7 sacks, 30 hurries, outside tackle guy, 6'4", 250 pounds, rotational 3-4 outside linebacker, which since the Packers are moving to a 3-4 scheme, we need someone to come help rush the passer. And I think he'll be a very, very good player here for Green Bay to have. So I think we're going to go with Malachi Lawrence here. Edge out of UCF. We need some bodies to rush the passer, especially with Micah Parsons not coming back until later on in the year as well. So let's go ahead and draft him here at pick number 52. Then we move on to pick number 84. And I think this is where we're going to get a corner. We have 3 corners here that we could go with. There's Chandler Rivers out of Duke. Pretty solid in both man and zone. Did give a lot of completions. Percentage last year. Had 43 receptions on 61 targets. But only 473 yards. Had 2 interceptions. Outside corner, all 3s. Had a really, really good 2024 season with Duke as well. He's 5'10", 185. So not necessarily what the Packers look for in terms of size for corner here. So maybe not him. There's also Devin Moore, a DB out of Florida. Really solid coverage grade last year. Had 2 interceptions. Did allow 2 touches, a 70 passer rating. Solid in zone and in man. Outside corner. Did play 11 games for them, so that's good as well. He's 6'3", 198, so strong blend of length, speed, and ball skills for press man. But it does have injury history, so will the Packers want to go with that? Maybe not. And, of course, there's Dalen Everett, the Georgia Bulldog. We all know Brian Gutekunst cannot help himself at drafting Georgia players. Was rough in 2025 and 2024. One thing that's going for him was a really good run defender at the cornerback position. 3 touchdowns allowed, 1 interception last year, 84.2 outside guy. 6'1", 190 pounds, so he is like the right size that the Packers look for as well. So he is a potential option the Packers could have. But I'm going to go with Devin Moore. I like the size better. He has better coverage skills than like a Dalen Everett, and he fits the size profile for the Packers better than a Chandler Rivers. So we're going to go with Devin Moore out of Florida here as our corner that we're taking here in round 3. Then at pick number 120, I think this is a pretty easy pick. Landon Robinson is too light to be a defense line because we need a nose tackle type guy. He's too small, mainly due to Navy rules that they have there for. So I really, really like Billy Schrauth as a guy for the Packers on day 3. Really good pass blocker, solid in run blocking here. He is coming off a major injury, but He was pretty solid in 2023, where he split time to be right guard and left guard. Moved over to left guard full time in 2024 as he learned a new position. He was better in the 7 games he played. Didn't give a single sack, only 2 hurries. 6'4", 310, really good size. The Packers need depth along the interior of the offensive line. Billy Stroud can play guard and potentially center as well. I really think he is. Notre Dame is really good at having really good offensive linemen. Get him in. I think will be excellent here. So I'm going with Billy Stroud here at guard, beefing up our interior offensive line. Then here at pick number 153, this is the pick we got from the Eagles in exchange for Dontavian Wicks. I think we can go running back or tackle here. There's a lot of some running backs here. Nicholas Singleton, pretty solid runner here. Not very elusive, not really good in the gap, but very gifted athlete. Had really good physical tools, but really good speed. Wide receiver out of the back, which the Packers could use. Limitation with vision and stuff like that, so maybe not what we want out of a backup here. There's also Isaiah World, a tackle out of Oregon here. Very physical. He remains too raw to start, so maybe not him. As that here with Diego Pounds here. Oh gosh, absolutely the heck not here for the Packers. So I'm looking at Nick Singleton, Le'Veon Moss, pretty solid as a backup. Injury history as well. I don't think we want injury history because we had to deal with Marshawn Lloyd and what he's been dealing with. So Kaytron Allen is a kind of a one-trick pony, but limited overall power back, could be very good for the Packers as kind of like just plug in for what Josh Jacobs does. But I'm going to go with the upside of Singleton here at pick number 153. Get that running back here for us as well. And I think as well we're going to double dip here at corner. Get Ephesian Prysock here. Really good run defender, good in zone. Did allow 5 touchdowns last year, but had a really good year. Just got better from his 2024. Pure outside corner. Did have an interception last year. 6'4", 195. So let's go ahead and draft him here at pick number 160. Then at 201, I think this is where we need to start looking for a defensive tackle. So there's Brian Easton here out of Tennessee. 6'3", 315 pounds. Big dude. Good at run defense here. So that could be an option for Green Bay. Skylar Gill Howard is more of a pass rusher. We don't need that as a defensive tackle. Here we need some guy who is... Honestly, we could probably get some guys around 235 that we can get. So, let's actually... Because Cade Klubnik's here. Really good 2024 out of Clemson. 89 grade. Really good deep pass ball. Not as great in 2025. High football character. Pretty... So... Pretty good long-term backup for the Packers here, but I think the Packers might want to go with the upside of someone like Tylen Green, potentially. Another fun guy is Eli Heinrich, who is kind of like a jack-of-all-trades offensive weapon. Best as a slot wide receiver, could be like a football IQ. So... Really good career at Navy as a receiver, so that's a potential option for Matt LaFleur to have a fun weapon. But basically, have that in Savion Williams. A guy I really like for as a receiving threat as a tight end is Tanner Koziol, who had really, really good receiving years at Houston here. Back-to-back 700-yard seasons, back-to-back over 6 touchdowns. He's got the size, big slot weapon. Basically be Luke Musgrave replacement. Let's go with Tanner Koziol at tight end at pick 201. Then here at pick 236, we are going to get our D lineman here. Tyler Oduminium, pretty solid run defender. Good run stop rate, but light. Not necessarily the best there. Then there's James Thompson Jr. Again, good run defender. He's got the size 6'6", 310. Option for the Packers to go with. Jordan Vandenberg, again, another run defender here. 6'3", 310. So there's a couple of guys here we can go with here. I'm going to go with James Thompson Jr., mainly because he had to go against a really big offensive line out of the Big Ten. And he was able to do that pretty well here. So 236, go with the D-line here. And then here at pick 255, I'm going to get a backup quarterback here. And I'm going to go with Cole Payton out of North Dakota State. Really, really great career at NDSU. Well above average athlete, good enough passer. So I think he could be a very good developmental project for Matt LaFleur. So go ahead and draft him here at pick number 255. And that will be it for the final mock draft. Start off with Malachi Lawrence out of UCF as an edge rusher. Then we got Devin Moore, corner out of Florida. Billy Stroud out of Notre Dame as a guard. Nicholas Singleton, a running back. Ephesian Prysock as another corner. We got Tanner Koisel as a tight end. James Thompson Jr. as a nose tackle here. And Cole Payton as a backup quarterback. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. And I'll see you in the next video.